I'm John Bollinger with PremierGuitar.com. Today we are test driving the Magnus by T-Rex Engineering. Let me tell you a little bit about the gear I'm playing. This is a new, actually it's a prototype for a Les Paul that comes stock with a Joe Glaser B-Bender. It's basically a Les Paul special with two P90s, 3 knobs. I'm running directly into the Magnus, and the Magnus is going into a Fender Machete amp in channel 1. Everything is basically straight up at noon, all the settings, except for I've got the volume down a little bit because it's very loud, and the gain down a little bit to keep it clean. And finally, I've got the mids down a tiny bit. I'm miking with the Royer R121 ribbon mic going into an Apogee Quartet. The Magnus gives you a complete pedal board in one. It has an overdrive, distortion, delay, reverb, tap tempo, tuner, boost, and also gives you the choice of switching between presets and a live setting, which just uses each effect separately, like you would a separate stomp box. As we came in to this video, I was playing the Magnus with the distortion on, the delay, and the reverb on. This is what it sounded like. And this is what it sounds like with it off. Kind of wimpy. Now let's tell you a little bit about each effect. Each of the 4 effects has 4 knobs. Let's start with the reverb. The reverb starts with the reverb knob, which is how much of the verb you want to hear. Next is the tone, which will make it brighter or darker. Decay, which is how long you want it to ring. And then, most importantly, a knob that lets you switch between a spring reverb, a room, a hall, or an LFO, which is a reverb that has a little chorusing to it. Here's what they sound like. This is spring, with everything straight up. Here's room. Here's hall. And here's LFO. Hear that little bit of chorusing in there? Next we have the delay. Again, 4 knobs. First being the delay knob, how much you're going to hear. Tone, how light or dark. The feedback, which is how many repeats you're going to hear. And the time, which works along with the tap tempo to adjust the ratio of the delay. So here it is. Everything's just straight up, but this will make it shorter. Kind of slap backy. Let's make it longer. Next we have distortion, which, like every distortion pedal, gives you a distortion knob, lets you dial in how much of it you want. You can be kind of subtle or very dirty. The level affects the volume of it. Tone, again, how dark, how light. Presence, again, is kind of like another bit of a tone variety. But there's some nice options here. You can roll the tone way back. For that kind of woman tone. Finally, we have the overdrive. It's much like the distortion, but what I like about it the most is that it has a blend on it, which lets you determine how much the effect you want to hear along with the clean signal. So say you've got it in this. Let's turn the overdrive up, make it pretty crunchy. You can now pull this way back, the blend, so you can hear that sparkle of the clean tone along with the dirt. The final bit is the boost section, which is right over here. What I like about the boost is the volume for it, which can vary between about 20 dB to nothing, is behind in this little pop-up knob here. The nice thing about it is it's out of the way. So once you hit it, you can then set it and forget it. So say we're on our boost. You can dial in how much you want. Once you have it, just hide that in back. The Magnus also gives you stereo outs, so you can get this reverb and delay swirling between two amps for a huge sound. Thanks for joining us today as we test drove the Magnus by T-Rex Engineering. To read the written review, go to premierguitar.com. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, where we'll keep you up to date with all the cool new gear that's out there.